Determinism is the concept that all of our actions and decisions are completely determined by preceding random circumstances, and we have no influence over them. In this video, we will dive into this topic and try to figure out whether or not we have room for choice. Let's start with the fact that our brain is not completely subordinate to us. Every second, there are many unconscious processes going on in it that we are not even aware of. All of our conscious decisions and thoughts are processed in the cerebral cortex, but they are influenced by our previous life experiences, the structure of the brain itself, and emotions. Life experiences are hidden in the cortex itself, namely memory, and emotions are created in the subcortex. Okay, you might say, we've already figured out that conscious processes are influenced by outside factors. But then, where is the very room for free will? To answer that question, you must ask another. Do you think about your thoughts before they come into your head? The answer is obviously no. Thoughts come spontaneously, out of nowhere. This can only mean one thing. There is no room for free will. A rather famous experiment in the field of neurophilosophy called the Liebe experiment also refutes the idea of free will and supports the concept of determinism of choice. In this experiment, scientists scanned participants' brains while they made simple decisions. The scan showed that brain activity predicted participants' choices seconds before they consciously made a decision. So what about human philosophy? Does it make any sense, or does it also depend on chance, such as what genes one is born with and in what environment? That's right. A person's beliefs are nothing more than the product of their life experiences on the brain structure. In that case, why does the brain need, so to speak, an outside observer in the role of consciousness at all if it is already doing a good job on its own? Although the exact functions of our consciousness are not known, if we think of the entire cerebral cortex as our consciousness, several important functions for the brain pop up, including information integration. Consciousness allows the brain to integrate information from various sensory inputs and cognitive processes. It provides a unified and consistent experience and structures it in memory. Self-consciousness. Consciousness plays a crucial role in self-awareness, allowing the brain to become aware of its own existence, thoughts, and experiences. It provides introspection and reflection, helping our brains find their place in the world. It sounds like a line from a Sunday teaching, but perhaps this really is the raison d'etre of our brains. Problem solving and creativity. Consciousness is closely related to problem solving and creative thinking. It allows us to think critically, or perhaps it's just some evolutionary trick or mutation that has no meaning. One can only wonder. However, consciousness hardly interferes with survival. So even if it was some kind of mutation, evolution did not remove it because in principle it will do. Ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap up this video, let us reflect on the fact that the more we understand our place in the universe, the easier it is for us to move forward. Our existence is only a tiny part of the immensity of the universe, and this realization should humble us. Only by recognizing our place in the universe and embracing our common humanity can we move forward and build a better future. Remember this if you suddenly think that without free will, your life is meaningless. Thank you.